It didn't work, no. We wasn't funky no more. Do you want a boogie? I'm still hurting a little. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Go. See, where's the echo coming from? Let's go. 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 Still hearing the echo. Got to figure that out or reset it. I'm not going to reset it today, y'all, but I am going to have to reset it. Sounds like. So here we go.
I smoke 2 joints in the morning.
What?
I smoke 2 joints at night.
Okay.
I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon.
Oh, all the time.
It makes me feel all right.
Agree she's your enemy.
She's the wife of Lyndon Johnson. I consider Lyndon Johnson my enemy.
And she's the wife of your enemy.
Right.
You consider all white people your enemy?
Most of them.
Most of them. Where do you make exceptions?
There are some good white people in this country. In fact, I had some of my best friends are white.
I see.
Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic song. Would you like to dance with me? We're doing the cosmic song.
As I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
We sick and tired of that nigga there.
You knew I was crazy. Why would you do stuff to make me act crazy, then complain about me being crazy when you knew I was crazy?
Well, welcome. This is Big Pontiac, the Time Walker. Yeah, I gotta reset this. I'm hearing the echo from somewhere. I don't know if closing all these down just. Oh, maybe that took away some. Oh, okay. I think I was hearing the echo through that. All right. I am Big Pontiac, the Time Walker. I'm that one and only Galactic Daddy-O. Welcome each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Man, I look old. It's good getting old, though. I feel good. You know, my thing is pickleball. Oh, there it is. And I only got to play like really an hour and a half, which, you know, it's okay. It keeps the skills up. I'm playing more tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think, well, I'm playing first thing at 8 o'clock in the morning for sure, but I might go back up to Lifetime and play from 12 to 1:45. So I might try to get in about 4 hours tomorrow if possible. You know, I like when I play an hour and a half, I don't even get tired. You know, I just, I'll be out there. But I prefer to play 3 hours at least. That's a better workout to me, you know. But on the other hand, it kind of takes it easy on the joints when you don't play as much. So, well, this is the Chocolate Mountain Show, and you know I do my weekly picks. And so that's why I am here right now, is to do my weekly picks. As you can see, last week, or all together, I am let me see, all together, I am 105, 51, and 1 for the year. I went 9 and 6 last week. And so I'm gonna go over my picks, but let me pull it up. Week 12. Let's see, should be right here. see why it's not coming up. Here we go. Week 12. NFL. Week 12, 2025. Schedule. Where's the full? Let's see, is this the full schedule? Oh, okay. This is where you can buy tickets and shit too, but it shows the games. But they're not in order. I don't believe they're in order. Oh, yeah, right up here. Huh, you can get into tonight's game cheap as 106. That's in the nosebleeds in Houston. So the first game we're going to is Buffalo and Houston. Now this one doesn't have the team records. And this could be, again, we look for all kind of tells. What is the tell of the week? I think last week it was the way teams winning was kind of the tell. And it wasn't every instance, but most instances. So here we are. Oh yeah, these were I could have got these in the outlet, I think early August. And now I saw another pair at the outlet again. So tonight we got Buffalo and we got Houston, and I think I can pull up. Let's see. See if I can pull up on the phone. Get the records too. NFL standings. Standings. Okay. Oh, okay. So right now we're looking at the Bills are 7-3, but the Patriots are 9-2. So if the Bills make it, it's definitely going to be wild card at this point. They'll probably be the top wild card. The Patriots are playing for home field advantage. And we have the Texas Titans that are 5-5. And so I don't have the picks. But maybe I'll go through after I go through it, maybe I'll go back and look at, what the gambling says. But I'm picking Buffalo to win. Again, Buffalo has been very disappointing. They haven't came through. But I'm still picking Buffalo to win. Now, the next one is Pittsburgh. Let's see. They got Pittsburgh and Chicago, and I've got the Bears. And again, the standings. The Bears are on the NFC North, I believe. It's supposed to. Why am I only seeing AFC? Oh, okay, I got to switch over. Okay, so the Bears are 7-3, Packers are 6-3, Lions are 6-4, and we have the Vikings 4-6. Again, the Lions, to make it, it looks like they're going to have to try to get into that wild card, but the Packers are still in play. And so I'm picking the Bears to win at home. And then we've got New England and Cincinnati. So I have to switch back to the AFC. And we have the Patriots at 9-2, playing Cincinnati, who is 3-7. So it should be easy work for them. As I was saying, the Lions are 6-3. Right here, the Jets and the Detroit. I'm picking the Detroit at home, of course. New York is lucky to win the two they won, and New York sits at 2-8. The Lions are 6-3. Now this is going to be a tricky game. Again, are we going to see a phenomenon of away teams winning again? And I don't necessarily think so this week. I don't think they would do that 2 weeks in a row. But this is going to be a tricky one. Minnesota has not been playing good football, but neither has Green Bay. Green Bay has not been consistent at all. So this one is kind of a question mark. But I think I picked Green Bay on the road, and I've been having some luck picking against the Vikings the last few weeks. And so I picked where are we at? Minnesota and Green Bay. I picked the Packers to win. So I'm with the Packers to win on that one. We've got Minnesota sitting at turn back around. Minnesota sitting at 4-6, which they probably won't make the playoffs. They're going to have to make a strong run. And we have Green Bay that has a great chance for making the wild card at 6-3. The next one, and this, again, are we going to see a away team win here? I have picked Seattle, and Seattle over Tennessee, and Seattle is sitting. What is Seattle? Yeah, Seattle should be in the East, AFC. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Colts, Jaguars, Texans, Packers, Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos. Thought Seattle's in the NFC North. In the NFC. Didn't think so. Vikings, Panthers, Saints, Seahawks is okay. Seahawks are 7-3. And the Tennessee Titans are sitting at 1-9. So that should be easy work for Tennessee, or for Seattle, excuse me. Then I've got Indianapolis and the Chiefs. This is my one upset. I've been rolling with Indianapolis all year, but I'm going to say that the Chiefs will probably hold at home. And again, the Chiefs are they want to keep the Chiefs there until the end of the season. There's no doubt about that. But the Chiefs are at 5-5. And we have Indianapolis at 8-2. But I am going to, Indianapolis just got beat a couple weeks ago. I am going to go out and say that the Chiefs beat them at home. That is my one upset, is Chiefs winning at home. And next we have, we have New York, which is at 2-8. And then we have the Ravens. The Ravens at 5-5, which again, will the Ravens make the playoffs? It doesn't look like it. So I have the Ravens winning. I have the Ravens winning at home. Next, we're going to Cleveland and Las Vegas, and Cleveland is at 2-8, and Las Vegas, the Raiders are at 2-8. I am picking the Raiders. The Raiders have a better defense. Cleveland has a better defense, and Geno takes sacks. I think they're going to clean it up. I think Cleveland is going to win on the road. Again, I don't think this is going to start a lot of winning on the road, but I think Cleveland's going to win on the road. Next, we go to Jacksonville and Arizona. And it's hard to predict either one of these teams, but we have Jacksonville sitting at 6-4, and we have Arizona sitting at 3-7. So Jacksonville should beat them on the road, but again, on that road thing doesn't like everybody. That road thing does not like everybody. But I'm picking Jacksonville. And then the next game we have the Eagles, who right now are sitting eight and 2 against the 4-5 Cowboys. And it's funny, the Cowboys are second in their division at 4-5. I don't think this will be an upset. I think it'll be easy work. I think Dallas might play a little better, but I think this will be an easy work. And it looks like right now in that Dallas game, that, as you can see, the cheapest seats are $59. Motherfuckers ain't going to them games. Next, we have Atlanta. The Falcons are sitting at 3-7, and the Saints are sitting at 2-8. Atlanta has a good offense, but I think again their quarterback got hurt. But I'm still picking them on the road. And I am seeing a little on the road kind of venue again here. So I think Atlanta should win, but that doesn't mean that they're going to win because they haven't been playing consistent. And this would probably be like one I would question. Could go either way. This one could go either way. And then the next we have Tampa Bay. The late Yeah, the late game is Tampa Bay and the Rams, and I'm picking the Rams. You know, I hate picking against Baker, but I really think the Rams should win at home. Doesn't mean they will win, but the Rams should win at home. And then I can go into week 13. There's a game there, Carolina and San Francisco. Week 13. So I'll make that pick after I see how the games go Sunday. And let's see if I can find the odds for those of you who like to bet. Let me see. Betting odds. Betting odds week 13. Oh, see what they give us. Are we in week 12? It's week 12. I'm sorry, y'all. Put it in wrong. Okay, betting odds week 12. I keep putting 13 in. My dyslexia kicking in. There we go. This should be it. Let's see. Which is going to give me all odds. Oh, here we go. I think this is broke down a little better. Indianapolis Colts versus Kansas City. The Colts are underdog with see they're giving the Colts are the underdog and they're giving the Colts 5. They're giving Buffalo 4. They're giving now this is the one if I bet I would take this. I think Tampa Bay can win greater than I'm sorry, I'll let y'all see this too. I think Tampa Bay right here. This if there was any money, I would put money on this game right here. Tampa Bay and Los Angeles. This 6, I would say they'll probably not cover. This is interesting. They're only giving them 4.5. This is interesting. Do they want? Makes me wonder. Are they going to cover? I think the Eagles are going to win, but it looks like a sucker bet that they'll cover. But I think they'll still cover. The Bears are favored with a 3.5 again. This might be again, because 3 again they could win by 3 and not cover. So it's got to be 3.5. So this one is another tricky one. Where's the rest of the games? Let me see. Does this give me more games, or is this just okay? The Packers. What is it right here? Prop bets. Oh, they're giving prop bets, but what's the okay? Cool. Over and under is 8. Oh, that's rushing yards. What is? Oh, these are just prop bets. What is the total? What is the spread? And that's what they want you into these prop bets, passing yards. They want you into all this shit. I like just wins and losses, and let me throw my money on that shit. This is not giving me wins and losses. This is not giving me wins and losses. This is some bullshit. Let me see. This is not giving me wins and losses. Let's go back. Because it didn't only gave me half a schedule. See, maybe this is the other half. Are they going to give it to me? Oh, here's more, but it's not. The Bills spread is 5. So the Bills are giving up 5. Packers Vikings again. Okay, I think this is they're giving it to me here. It looks like. Again, it's 5. Oh, Big Stank, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So the spread here is 6.5. The money line is minus 300 or 242. So the Packers are favored and they're giving up 5, which I think I don't know. I don't know if the Packers are going to cover this, especially. I don't think the Packers are going to cover that. Chicago and Pittsburgh, we just went over that again. Field goal will cover, and so I think the Bears cover. I think the Bears cover because what they got to get? They got to get a safety not to cover. So New England is giving up 6.5, which I think they'll comfortably win by a touchdown. I think they'll comfortably win by a touchdown. And then Kansas City, this is the one the Chiefs pick. I think the Chiefs will cover. I think the Chiefs will cover. But again, this is, I think the Chiefs will win. I think they're going to cover, definitely cover. They're going to probably win by 7 is my guess. We're at Detroit and the Giants. 10. Can Detroit beat the Giants by 10? This is one that I would really look up seriously, saying that Detroit doesn't cover. But New York's not very good. Which quarterback? They playing Jameis Winston. Hey, Jamar, what's happening? Thank you for joining. They play Winston, they just might cover. Because Winston, you never know what you get. You can get a good quarterback, but you can get a turnover machine quarterback too. The Ravens and the Giants, 13. See that 13 there. I think they'll cover. I think the Ravens will cover. But they haven't been really scoring crazy. But I still think, and that 13 is so, look at what you want to do with this. Will they cover or not? Maybe not. Maybe not. Seahawks and Titans. I would say the Seahawks, they didn't play good football last week. So will they cover here? Almost 2 touchdowns. I would say probably. Prediction 30. Oh, okay. I've been missing these predictions. 31-14. The others predictions being in here. Ravens 38-18. Yeah, I guess the other predictions being in here too. Lions 32, Giants 18. I'm sorry, I didn't see this before. Chiefs 25, Colts 24. And they're telling you it's 3.5. So they're telling you right here, this game that they don't cover. The Chiefs aren't covering because they're giving up 3. See, what we have here is 32-19. So let's go back where I was. See where I ended up at. Ravens, Jets, got that. Titans, Seattle, I think was my last one. Arizona and Jaguar. The Jaguar are favored by 3. Here they show 27-21. They're showing you a close game, but they are showing them covering it. So I got the Jags there. Here we go to the Raiders and the Browns. And they have the Raiders giving 3. I'm taking this. I'm taking this all day because I think Cleveland's going to win this game. And they even got them scoring. They got Raiders 21, Browns 19. I don't think the Raiders score 21 on that defense. On that defense, I do not think they'll score 21. They only got that back. They really don't have a lot of weapons on the Raiders offense. Again, we got a new quarterback coming in too. First full week of getting number 1 reps, first team reps. But still, is that it? Oh, we got the Saints and the Falcons. They have the Saints. They got this because I think Kirk Cousins is playing. Statue Kirk Cousins. They got the Saints to win by 1.5, and here they have them not covering. 1.5 is not covering. So I still think the Falcons win. Again, they got Dallas and the Cowboys. They think the Eagles are only going to win by 3. They show the prediction of 30-21. I don't know that Dallas is going to get 21. I would say take this because I'm going to take this 3. I would gladly give the 3 out. What time is this game? Oh, this is second half game. Good, cool. Rams and Tampa Bay. I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking this 6, and I'm taking Tampa Bay. I'm picking the Rams to win, but I'll take this. I don't think they're going to beat them by a touchdown. I do not. Well, slightly less than a touchdown, but I think it's going to be much closer. I think it's going to be much closer. but I do predict the Rams to win too. This one's kind of up in the air. Now they're saying 49ers and 7. 49ers and 7. And the 49ers record is 7-4. And the Panthers record is 6-5. I don't know. The 49ers have not been consistent. I don't know. I might switch up here. I'm going to take the 49ers. Yeah, where do I got Panthers at? So it's on wax. I'm going to switch. I'm going to get the 49ers. Just looking at this, I think they win. I think the 49ers will win. Okay, I think that's it. I think that is it. And again, I'm above 50%. I think I'm right at 52, 53%. Oh. Yeah, I'm right around 52-ish. No, I'm a little higher than that. I'm at about 57, 58%. So 105, 51 and 1. So, you know, I just do this for fun, y'all. I just do this for fun. You know, this is one of my fun hats. This hat is made out of jersey material. This is like jersey material, which is kind of cool. And that's what this one was called. So it's kind of cool. Jersey material. I don't know what debauchery is going on in the world. Oh, I'll have a little more fun. So switching to minerals for a second. I always talk about shungite, very protective stone. You should always have it where you have your Wi-Fi. I can't think of the guy that was Sly's guy, but he was talking about how he was doing tests and with meters to see, when he put the shungite near his meter, he said near his Wi-Fi, he said it slowed it down. Now again, what you want to look at when picking a piece of shungite is, and I don't know if the camera will pick this up or not, but this vein clearly shows pyrite. I don't know if the flex will show or not. And this vein also has silver in it. And that's what you want. Like even if you get the watered filtered ones, look to see that you have silver and pyrite in those pieces. Now this one, you can see the silver a little clearer. See, that's all silver. And for second floor, you want to have a pyramid. But this is silver through here. This one has less pyrite, but more silver. And when this was new, I usually have this in my shower, but when this is new, you can see the silver. And just looking at it, you can see the silver on top of here. It's kind of hard for the camera to pick it up. But this one clearly has pyrite and silver, and that's what you get for your health benefit. That's what you want for your health benefit. And if I said before, spiritually speaking, like I was talking about the movie Black Book, if you really look at what he did on the outside, he kind of boxed the house in. Because, if you looked at the shape of the house, because it was a big ass house, if you remember, but then he did write the circles inside, and I would change the circles into really the pyramid shape or the terrace shape. And the terrace is normally square. And that's what I have in my shower. And that's what I do when I put out my apophyllite pyramids when I meditate, as I put myself more like a terrace than I do the circle. So, and you should be, when you meditate, you want to be protected. And that's, to me, a great way to protect yourself from outside things. I mean, this room, it's hard for outside things to get in this room. Same way with my bedroom. My bedroom's probably protected a lot more than even this. And so, that's and that's like a lot of people that talk about they want to meditate in public. I mean, that's really risky. You really got to have all your protection with you for that kind of thing. Or even if someone invites you to go meditate with a group. I mean, again, I think Savan Bomber told the story where he just grabbed one of his selenite crystals at the last minute before being with the group. And he said, as soon as everybody started opening their third eye, the leader came in there and he was a vampire, started vacuuming up energies until he came to him and he's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's got protection. And so that's what you need when you if you feel comfortable around a group, always take protection, and black crystals generally will give you, protection. So just a little advice there, because when you open your third eye, you're exposing yourself to a lot. You're exposing yourself to a lot. Damn, this is how a brother and sister became America's youngest murderers. This is crazy. That are not suitable. So let me see if I can read it. Wow, I'm not gonna listen to all this bullshit. How 12 and 13 became the youngest children. Let's see, the youngest children. Wow. This is how Curtis Jones and Catherine Jones became the youngest children in U.S. ever convicted of murder, but how the two siblings, so young, could end up carrying out a shocking crime. The documentary uncovers the troubled childhood, years of abuse, the tragic series of events that led to the shooting of their father's girlfriend. Since the 18 years in prison, these cases deep flaws in the justice system. Wow. Armed himself one of his father's rifle. Oh, I think this is more than it's giving me more. Okay, this is giving me a little more. So, oh, this must be him too. It's just debauchery, y'all. Debauchery. It's like you can't get away from it. Got all this shit open. Let me close it. And I'm not gonna go. I try to see if I can make it for a half hour. I don't have the marathon sessions like I used to when I used to do my 12 o'clock midnight show. A lot less. Ex-Olympian, a violent drug ring, and $15 million reward. Oh my goodness. It is so funny, the debauchery. It's like it never ends. Man killed father in front of ex-girlfriend who was also victim's stepdaughter. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man. Now this is funny. They showing. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it went away. Let's see if I can bring that back. No. Look at this. They're showing Texas here, but they're showing that Shador is starting. But this is Texas. So I'm not understanding why that's there. Oh, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, y'all. Why would they put that there? Because that doesn't make a lot of sense. Paris Jackson sues Michael Jackson's estate. She wants her bread. Pro Football Hall of Famer wife donate more. So, okay. Richard Dreyfuss' son is estranged from father who has no money. It's like, why do we give a fuck? And I didn't get the tins. I did not. I went out. When I asked the dude, did they have the shoes? He said they had the shoes, and I forgot to ask what time they're opening. And I bet they opened up at 9. He told me 10, but I bet they opened at 9 because that's what time they start selling the shoes. So I missed out. And damn if I'm gonna pay $300 for some shit that's $210. And the shit comes and goes. It just comes and goes. Oh, that's a good time to bring this in. I like rotating my pickleball shoes, and a lot of the shoes that I wore this summer, I kind of wore them out. So I'd been looking for a decent pickleball shoe, and I came across these. These are called and these were open box, rip box. These are called GT Cut Cross. And these were, and this is, I don't know if y'all know, go to Nike, but outlet is 40% off. So these were $79. They're originally $110, but yesterday they were $79, and I think I got them for $47. And they're GT Cut Cross, and this is my second pair of, I've had the original GTs. But now material is all synthetic. Yeah, even this, it's all synthetic. There's nothing real on, no leather. This looks like mesh, but it's still some kind of synthetic. It's just funny, not as cheap as like the Under Armour I remember getting, where the whole shoe felt plastic. This doesn't feel like plastic, but again, it's not leather. I'm pretty sure this is not leather. This is not mesh. But and the colorway is smoke gray, white, light smoke gray. Now to me, this looks like fucking pink or purple. See, this is pink or purple. But this shoe is very favorable to my Giannis. That's why I picked it. It doesn't have the air bubble in front, but it gives a lot of support. And it's funny, you can kind of see where, you're putting a lot of stress on that back already. So these are, again, I play on a pickleball on a gym floor this time of year. And this really, really gives a lot. I mean, again, you can see the support in back, but it does give a lot of support, to the whole foot. I'll say that. One thing I like about this style shoe, because I play a lot on my toes, and I really shouldn't. I really should, because I know when I take off on my toes. This type of shoe kind of helps me kind of take off with my whole foot instead of really pushing off on my toes to take off. This kind of, the way the shoe sits kind of goes low. So right now, Nike outlets is at 40%. Now, I don't know what they are where you are. And I really didn't see, I didn't really see a lot of other shoes my size. They do look like they have purple on them. Yeah, they look purple. I mean, they look like purple. I mean, but yeah, look at the bottom. The bottom is purple. So I don't know where they get the light smoke. And maybe it's not the right box, but these are, yeah, GG. It says right here on the tongue, GT Cut Cross. So it's the right box. Maybe it's yeah, because these ain't light gray. These are purple. Purple like a motherfucker. Oh, and this herringbone, again, you can't beat herringbone. It's one of the best surface shoes, And again, I'll compare. Now, comparing a court shoe, where the court shoe wants you to feel more of the court. Now, this is lighter. It's a lighter shoe. Just comparing the two, this shoe is lighter. And this shoe is not giving you as much support in the back, but the shoe is giving you more of a court feel, which at times, I do play on pickleball courts. There's a couple pickleball courts where I do play in the winter too. It's just the closest court I can play is my Lifetime, and they just right now they have. So the 9, I think these are 966s, I think is what these are, 966s. So not as much support in the back, but again, you do get a greater feel. But again, this one, and you can see where the crease is, this one breaks. This one doesn't really stop me from pushing off on my toes. Well, I know this is a newer shoe, but the construction of this shoe stops my toe push. You know, it makes my whole foot push instead of just pushing off my toe. So, and so you're getting a lot more back here than you do, you know, in this shoe. And I think my used one is over there somewhere. But it seems like this wears pretty quick. Now, again, I've only played in these maybe 3 times so far. Well, every day last week. So 3 times, yeah, 4 times. I played in them yesterday and I played in them Monday. So maybe 5 times I played in these. Now, the other one I played with was outdoor. My other New Balance was almost exclusively outdoor in the summertime. I haven't wore these outdoors yet, so we'll see how they do. These would be something I'll play in. And I'll say New Balance, like their clothes, I ain't really seen good clothes out of New Balance. But as a court shoe, I'll say this is outstanding shoe. Really is. And this one, maybe $100. I have to look up the box. And I ordered them. I had to order them because Mall of America has a New Balance store in it, but they have none of the athletic shoes. And the outlet has the older stuff. You know, it's not the new stuff. It's even they sell the older stuff. So, but if you want Nike gear right now, 40% off. You can't beat that. And what's interesting, I saw a brand new LeBron. It was 12 and a half. It was $200 with 40% off. So, but it was only 12 and a half. Let me see, what would that make that shoe? And it was the pink colorway on the bottom. Let's see. I think it was 205. Bid 82. Yeah, $82. No, $82 off. So about 123. So that's, to me, you know, that's the better thing. If I'm gonna buy LeBrons, I would rather get them for 123, get $82 off. But so I would have bought them. I would have bought the LeBrons if they would have had my size, especially at 123. I would have bought them, you know. But it's funny, I go all to the Mall of America, and then it hit me when I saw the stores open. I'm like, this motherfucking place been open. Because I didn't go until 11. I'm thinking, normally they open at 11, because I think Macy's opens the earliest. But I was like, this place. So when I went in, I'm like, yeah, I probably missed out, which is okay. You know, it's okay to miss out on the shoes. It ain't that big a deal. There's more shoes, and I got plenty of shoes, you know. And so it wasn't that big a deal. So that was my adventure. But yeah, the outlet, 40% off of Nike gear. If you like Nike gear, the outlet, you can't beat it. Now, I didn't have time to I didn't go into Adidas. You know, Converse and Nike is really the same. So I didn't get a chance to go to the Converse. I rarely go in the Puma store. I didn't get a chance to go in the New Balance. I might do that today. I'm not sure. Just to go do something because, you know, I don't really have shit to do. You know, that's what a pimp is. The pimp is nobody tells me what to do. I get to do what the fuck I want to do all the time. So I might go out there today. I don't know. It just depends how I feel. If I feel like going out there. My knees aren't as bad. I had to ice them last night. So we'll see if I go out there. Max's wife yells at to do some music before they met in prison. Stupid shit. What is this about Dion? They fucking with Dion. A legal cloud that trails since his teenage years. Oh, Shiloh. They fucking with Shiloh. Wow, he owes $164,000 for legal fees plus $10,000 in interest. Oh, wow, he was a dummy. He beat up a security guard in high school. Is he still on the team? They're showing him with the Bucks. Is Shiloh still with the Bucks? A former school security officer sued in 2016, and after Sanders did not appear at trial, $1 million default judgment. So he should have showed up, but because they fucking with his bread. But again, something like that, you can always put your money in a trust and fuck them. Really, fuck them. That's what I say. But yeah, so now I didn't get to go in polo, Tommy. Because one thing I noticed about myself, I like blue so much more. Like even this sweater, this hoodie, most of my clothes are blue. So I've got a pair of green pants, and then, I've only got a few black shirts. So I'm gonna go out to at least go out to Macy's, probably go out to the Mall of America since my local Macy's closed. At my local mall, it closed Macy's, and no, this guy. Um, and pick out a cotton sweater. So I need a green one and I need a couple more black ones. So versify my collection. So, Stephen A. Smith steps down from NBA Countdown, but if you read, he's still getting the most bread over there. So him going away from NBA Countdown is not that big a deal. He's still he's on Spotify. He's got 2 shows on Spotify, and he's got a show on YouTube that's under his own production company. So he ain't hurting. They've made him, and he's anti. He's definitely anti. They made him anti brother. If he could shit on a brother, he would. So that's the problem with Stephen A. Smith. He's very much establishment speaking. He speaks for the establishment. That's why he's probably gonna get some political run too, because he's a yes boy. He's pretty much a yes boy for the system. Now, what do y'all think about Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua? Now, we know Tyson had to hold punches. It was in the contract that he had to hold punches. I wonder if they're going to have that in Paul and Joshua. Now, what was funny, and I remember I was telling Super Sly this, when Joshua lost to Rodriguez, I believe it was, and Rodriguez looked out of shape in his next fight with him, but it looked like the Joe Frazier, George Foreman fight, where all of a sudden Frazier comes in there not in shape. Like, look at Joe Frazier's body before he fights Ali, and look at his body when he fights Foreman. Not in shape. Not in shape at all. Not in shape. So, was it fixed? More than likely it was fixed. And I mean, he hit him dirty, he rabbit punch. He hit him in the back of the head one time, which is very dirty. So I don't know. I don't know if this Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, how that's going to work. Joshua should beat him, but again, Joshua can get knocked down. Roez, that was his name. His name was Roez. So. 4 days after being cut by the Broncos, wide receiver finds a brand new home. This is what's his name? Trent Sherfield. 4 days, wide receiver landing on his feet. Signed with the Cardinals. I don't know if that's landing on your feet. Is that landing on your feet? Cut by the Broncos is going to get to the playoffs and go to the Cardinals that ain't going to get to the playoffs. But as long as your bread is the same. Damn, he is waiting on you. Angry dad left baby in car seat on the ground. I have a very similar story. I had to go out of town to go work, and my ex-wife would not come home. So I knew where the bar was, so I opened the bar door. I said, here are the children. I left them in the doorway. I said, I got to go to work. And she was pissed at it, motherfucker. She was pissed. But I'm like, damn, well, I'm trying to make money for the family. You ain't doing nothing but fucking around. So that made her get the children. She was very pissed about it. 13-year-old girl at Walmart with her mom shot in the spine by a complete stranger. Wow. Damn. Who is this? Lion News, Detroit signs. Who did Detroit sign? What's this? This Lions special team, Jalen Reeves Mabin, found a home in his NFC team. He went to the Bears practice squad. Okay, he's hanging in there. Hanging in there. Practice squad means you get to watch the game in sweats. Can't be like Joe Namath and wear a mink coat on the sideline. Uh, Dollar General horror. Dun 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 dun. Florida career criminal charged in random fatal stabbing. Is that what it says? I'm just making it up. Yeah, fatal stabbing. God damn. The debauchery never ends, y'all. The debauchery never ends. I never heard of this guy. Paul Valentine, who covered civil rights. Don't know who he is. Covered civil rights. Did he practice civil rights? I hear somebody. Former Cowboys starting linebacker finds new home 24 hours after he was cut. Damone Clark. Open up roster. A return of Perryman Winfrey is coming back. So where's Clark? Where'd he go? Sometimes, where'd he go? Let's say when it's announced that Clark has been off waiver. Oh, Houston. Oh, he's going to Houston. Well, neither team is going to make the playoffs, so I guess it's not that big a deal. Neither team is going to make the playoffs. Suspect accused of setting woman on train on fire, facing federal charges. Look at this mug. Oh, where'd it go? Look. Look at this. Look at this. Michigan man accused of killing dealership owner. I mean, this is just like, wow. But look at him. I know the story's not funny, but look at this motherfucker. And look at him. You can just see he just got murder in his face. The wonderful world of debauchery, y'all. The wonderful world of debauchery. What do they say? Are you entertained? Oh, what is this? Oh my goodness. They just released, you know, I got the Carmelos, but they just released these, you know, and I think I got the black bottoms with the maybe yellow stripes right here. But like, again, it's that big a deal? Where's classes coming at steep price? Oh, StockX. What are they selling on the StockX now? $330. So, do you need these? I've got two pairs. I've got the one with the black bottom here and maybe yellow, maybe red right here with the white. And, and then I got the Carmelos they just released. So what, that's just, it's always a new one they want you to get. Do you need it? No. Is it that big a deal if you don't get it? No. And if you want it bad enough, they're out there to get. You want to pay that shit for StockX. I saw my cousin, he bought some bricks and, the price, they didn't sell out. Now, I have to say the latest Jordans sold out within, I looked to see, because I knew I could get a pair at the mall. I looked to see how quick they sold out. They sold out in 10 minutes. They did sell out in 10 minutes. I looked at 6:10 and they were gone because I jumped in the shower and came. I was like, I wonder how these mugs doing. And I just didn't get my ass up early enough to go get a pair. So, gold prices today. Let's see. Yeah, this is a commercial. They are not giving me gold prices. Let's see. No, they're on some bullshit. This is a commercial. I can get gold prices somewhere else. Where are my stocks? Stocks didn't pop up, y'all, because I know they were showing a second ago. I don't see them right now. But I know everything was going down. A lot of people were selling today. And what time is it now? Charles Payne is just ending. I usually watch Charles Payne, even though it's a lot of bullshit coming off Fox. I like and one thing I like is they do give you a lot of propaganda, but the money is the money. That's one thing they can't lie about is the money. Let's see, stocks over here. Where did my stocks go? Huh. Stocks are usually right here. I don't know where they are. Where are my stocks? See if I go all the way back to the top. Here we go. How's everything going today? Where's gold? Gold is unchanged. Let's see. See, gold is at 4,000. I just sold one of my diamond chains. It was 11 grams. I got $800 for 11 grams. It was a diamond bracelet, 11 grams. I got 800 bucks. So gold is still, it's over still 4,000. I think it went up to 42. So still not bad. The crypto is the one they've been dumping on. Bitcoin, what is the price though? Are they giving me the price? Yeah. BlackRock dumped a bunch of Bitcoin. Let me see if I can get this up. Let me see, what was the high? Bitcoin went up to 120. Look right here, 118,000, and they trading today at 86,000. So you've lost, let's see, you've lost almost, if you bought in, you lost that 18,000 plus another, what is that, 14? So you've lost almost 20, what is that, 27, 28,000? And that's, nothing to sneeze at. That's a nice little chunk to fucking lose. Even though if you can pay for the 100,000, but it's under 100,000. And at one time it was up to 120. I think it went up to, they're showing this peak at 118 on August 4th. So 118 minus, you lost $32,000 if you had the full coin. You lost 32 grand if you had the full coin. Again, down here is where it went to 79. So BlackRock, I know they pulled a lot of money out of it. So, but remember, okay, right here, I saw it, 20, right there, 123. You see that? It actually was 120, 123, right there, August 11th. And now look at it. You've lost almost 32 grand if you held a whole coin. Now, Ethereum didn't fall as hard. Let's see if I can get this up here. Ethereum did not fall as hard. Again, we are at a low. That's why I was telling people, buy here. Look at that. And Ethereum still, it peaked 4,000. It peaked at 4,600. And you've lost almost 2 grand. So this is where you should have sold 4,700. So, they pulled, BlackRock has pulled money out of both. So you've lost almost 2 grand here. So, because if you bought in here at 1,500 and then you sold here, you'd have made a couple grand. But now it's back down, to this number. But if right here was the time to sell it, well, I think I saw 48 in here. Yeah, 48. You could have sold your coin for 48 and you paid 15. I think 14 was in here too. Where's it at? Yeah, 14. I can't get it, but I saw it. If you would have bought in here at 14 and sold here at 47, you could have made a little money. So, let's see if I can get just the dailies. Because everything was trading in the negative today. AJ will have to hold back in that fight. Yeah, I think so too, Jamar. AJ is definitely going to have to hold back. That's why Tyson was biting the glove and everything. He's not supposed to go full out on him, so we'll see. He is not supposed to go full out on him, so we'll see. They've been able to, Netflix has been able to handle it. Well, the one dude fought him, though. One of the old champs' son fought him and beat him. Remember? So maybe, and he's ranked. I think Paul is now ranked as a heavyweight. That's why the Tank Davis fight, was that ever going to really come off? It just didn't make sense. Such a smaller man, that just did not make sense at all for them two to fight. It was such a weight differential. Um, yeah, looking at the stocks today, everything is falling. Yeah, so that fight doesn't make a lot of the Tank Davis fight, or was it Tank or the other guy? The other guy. Um, that fight didn't, the weight discrepancy. You know, they're supposed to. He's what he fights at 140. Davis, I think is his name. He fights at 140, and he's going to fight a guy that fights regularly at 200. Who would sanction that? Like, why? I don't see how that would even get sanctioned. But again, they're looking for the biggest numbers to bring in people. So that's what that is. My poor little Ford that I bought in at 5 is still at 12. Hey, what was the peak of Ford? 13. So what did it fall? Let me see. What did it fall? The lowest has been at 9. So I bought it at 5. And it's never sank below 9. Let me see what they're at. 9. What's here? 9. So I haven't made a ton of money on it, but it's never went back to where I bought it at 5. So now you can get Ford at 12. So it's on you what you do. Because this is the way, the stocks is definitely the way. Gold is just a hedge. Gold and silver are both just hedges. And normally when gold goes down, so does silver. Stellantis is only $9. I wouldn't put any money in Stellantis. And it surprises me that people still buy their cars. It really does. I mean, like if you look at a car like a Maserati, it has terrible reliability, and the same with the Jeeps and everything. Oh, Verizon has really fell off. It says Verizon lays off more than 13,000 workers. Yeah, their service is not near as good. I know my daughter was Verizon. She would come over visit. Her phone wouldn't work. And I live on a motherfucking hill. I live on top of a hill. So, if the phone ain't going to work on the hill, come on. So it's not going to work on the hill. Where's it going to work? New England serial killer accused of new murders. Damn, they want you to know. Damn, she smoked cigarettes? Guess so. Rookie pair reject other team's advice to stay with Patriots. Man, debauchery's everywhere. Well, I didn't have much more. I try to keep these shows about an hour, and I don't have too much more to say. We're about to celebrate, and again, Thanksgiving was one of the most murderous times for the people. I mean, they like Thanksgiving goes back to when the Spanish would go into a village and kill all the people. And this is in South America, Mexico. The Spanish would go into a village and kill all the people and steal their food and then turn around and celebrate. So that's how long, and for Europeans, this is a celebration. It's a celebration of where, what they did a lot of times is if the disease didn't kill the people, they would kill all the people. Like the men would be away for the hunt so that the Europeans, mostly British, would go in there and raid and kill all the women and children while the men were gone. And then, they'd look at their holy sites. And, we see that back in Mexico where they built those churches right over holy sites. It's a church over most of the churches were built over pyramids in Mexico City. And the biggest pyramid in the Americas, there's a church that's been on it. It's the oldest building in the Americas. So you don't think they're trying to steal that American spirituality? They thought it was just a mountain or a giant hill. Then they saw it was actually a pyramid. And the oldest structure that the Spanish built in America is on top of that place. And so the British did this exact same thing. They would look at where, the people practiced their spirituality because they knew that it was energy there, build a church over it. That's why churches are downtown most of the time. Like you look at any downtown, we have a big cathedral here, and we have 2 big ones. We have one in Minneapolis downtown, and we have a big one in St. Paul. Why do you think they're where they are? You don't think they use the 2 rods that find water, the divine rods that find water? You don't think they try to use them to find the energy, the ley lines? You don't think they know about all that stuff? They know about all that stuff. So that's why the downtown is the downtown. That is where all the energy, where they can push their capitalism, because there's energy down there. And you know, I told you guys about the Mall of America, and the Mall of America, that thing has shifted. And then it hit me when I was walking in there yesterday. That motherfucker's alive. You know, I've talked about forever about buildings like in New York and again, downtown, that these are entities. Like this picture back here of them building the Chrysler building. I've said, you know, for the amount of people that worked in that building, I think less than 100 died with no tethers, no nothing. I mean, you can see all these people's feet just hanging. They're just all sitting on that beam because they're sitting on an entity. And that entity can't let it, you know, if everybody go up there and fall off, how is that entity going to live? And so it just hit me that the Mall of America is an entity, and it has shifted. I've caught it. And most people's reality, they wouldn't have caught it, but I caught it. I caught it because now, like normally when I would go in, you would see where Carhartt, all that was like right there. But now I got to walk almost 3 sides of the mall to get to Carhartt. It was just normally in the first place. And the place now where T-Mobile is was on the, or no, just Apple was completely on the other side of the mall. And now it's like, as soon as I turn right, it's right there. And it was never like that. Never like that. So again, I caught an entity shifting itself. And for most people, they would not notice. And they'll tell you it was there forever. They'll build it. They're like, where's where? No. I went to that place too often to know when I see a true physical reality change that I did catch. It was reality change that I caught. I caught the reality changing. And again, why would I notice something like that? You dig? Why would I notice? If it didn't change, why would I even notice? Why in my mind, a place I've been going since it's opened? I've been going to that place over 30 years. I go at least twice, sometimes 3 times a month, if not 4 times a month. When I want to walk, that's the greatest place to go walk. I mean, you know, you walk 3 laps around each, you done did 3 miles easy. Each time around is a mile. So why would I notice something like that? If it, you know, is that just my imagination? No. Now I already know, like normally I would go down the first hall, the next hall had the lids. Now all that is shifted. You know, all that is shifted. And it had to shift in a way because Sears is one of the anchor buildings. And Sears, I've told you before, Sears got the Mall of America. Sears got a 100-year lease. And they take up 3 floors. Sears takes up 3 floors, and that building's been closed probably close to 10 years now. But Sears, $100 a month, and they own it. So whoever owns the right to Sears still owns that property and can sell it to whoever they want to. That was in their lease. The Mall of America couldn't tell them who to lease it to. But so right now it's just a dead property. It's the only dead property on the mall. And the mall, you know, the mall people say, we got somebody else could take this. But Sears is like, hey, you know, again, they suckered them. They suckered them. And it's a waste of space, waste of money, but Sears is paying the heat for it. They ain't paying nothing else but, you know, heat and electricity, because, you know, you need electricity to run the heat. But that's all they're paying. They pay $100 a year for the lease, and they got to pay the heat bill. So, but they're holding one of the most expensive properties. In the Mall of America. Oh, and they got that Labubu place where you can buy the Labubus. They got that place. I forget what it's called, but they got that place. The first time I went out there, there was a line of people waiting to get into this motherfucker. I was like, oh, really? To see some bullshit. But, you know, the public gets wind of some stuff, and they just they get suckered. They really get suckered. Damn, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband awarded $11 million in total in court divorce. These motherfuckers be seeing these hoes and say, I'm gonna get some money off this hoe. Let me see. In the end of Kelly Clarkson's marriage to Brandon something, not just for celebrity but legal, blah, 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 blah. The financial terms of divorce was headline grabbing, though misunderstood. The settlement required to pay $1.3 million lump sum, along with monthly spouse support of $115,000 that ran from for 2 years, 45,000 per month in child support. Wow. 45,000 a month in child support to continue their youngest. Oh, wow. Oh, it continues till he's 18. Wow. Calculated together, lump sum payment comes to $6 million. And it reaches approximately 11 million over more than a decade. The figure is frequently misrepresented. Single payment, which, wow. Clarkson filed divorce in 20. Irreconcilable difference in 7 years. The split occurred during the COVID when both parties quarantined at their Montana ranch. Situation reportedly heightened tensions between the former couple. Dispute was a prenuptial agreement signed before their wedding. Challenged the validity of this agreement, but in the 20th, California upheld the prenup, projecting Clark's premarital assets significantly limiting Blackwood's claim under California community property. Wow. He initially sought $400,000 a month in combined report. Oh, wow. Clarkson's earning statue between 1.5 from the month in her career. Wow, she makes 1.5 to 1.9 per month from her music. Wow. So he didn't get everything he wanted. What'd you say? Fuck him. You know, you just say fuck him. You just say fuck him. But that's how they be getting them. That's how they got Britney Spears. But they want to destroy people too. It's a way, you know, a lot of times weddings and stuff is a way of controlling people, especially stars. That's why they want them married. So then they can humiliate them. And as I said before, it's better to get humiliated than to get murdered. better to get humiliated than killed. And that's what we really see with Eddie Murphy's latest thing. You know, it's Charlie sacrificed. It looked like Charlie had been sick for a while. And I've said many times, I saw Charlie months before he died he came to Target Center. And he was funny. He was generally funny. And, you know, the David Chappelle stuff is really, really funny with Charlie. Probably one of the greatest storytellers, you know. That's what a griot was a storyteller. But he talked about, you know, how much he loved his brother, and his brother had him. Did they get between OJ seemingly reference? Yeah, because Chloe looked different than all of them, but this is some stupid shit. Who cares? Oh, wow. So let's get Bruce, or whatever Bruce's name is now. Brianna Bruce. Motherfuckers will do anything. They will fucking do anything. Wow. People will do anything. Keep these names out here. And then they want you to think about this shit, you know? They put all this celebrity bullshit and want to think about this shit. And my wife watches this shit. It just, my wife says, well, I like to watch people that, you know, it's something totally different from my everyday life. She's watching the Housewives of Salt Lake City, but she's watching the shit where they're down in Charleston, South Carolina. I can't think of what that stupid shit's name is called. And, you know, most of the time it's sports on TV, but when I go to bed, I'm like, here you go. And she'll sit there and watch that shit. And it's like these Europeans, which mostly are, like some said they were Haguenots. Haguenots came out of France, you know, they're type of Christian. But I don't know how she watches that shit. I just don't. I just look at that shit, and that is the most brain dead kind of shit, but she watches it and she's quite entertained. Yeah, she is quite entertained, which blows my mind. You know, it's like, how can you watch that shit? I don't get it. I don't like watching shit that after I get done watching, it makes me feel stupider. You dig? It really literally makes me feel stupider. So I don't know how they do it. Well, that's about all I got to say. So I'll be back on next week. Unless I feel motivated to talk some more inspiration. So